Everyone, and welcome back to Always Watching. Today I am continuing my coverage for the Tribeca Film Festival with the movie Eternal Playground. So briefly, Eternal Playground follows Gaspard, a school teacher who decides to honor his sister's death by inviting his childhood friends to spend a week at their former school during the summer break. Directed by childhood best friends Joseph Rose and Pablo Cotton, it is led by an enthusiastic cast of young actors. So if you want to delve deeper into the film, please check out my interview with Joseph and Pablo in the description box down below. We are introduced to Gaspard, a young man grieving the loss of his twin sister. In an effort to cope with her death, he invites his childhood friends to stay at their former elementary school together, which of course triggers a roller coaster of emotions, where Gaspard has to come to the realization that he's no longer this person he was when he was younger. Gaspard's sister is not only his best friend, but his twin. And so a literal part of him died when she passed. And the film does a great job of showing this through his sister's voice. Throughout the film, Gaspard is imagining having these conversations with his sister. And we never actually see his sister, we just hear her. And based on what we hear, she doesn't appear to be a very judgmental person. In fact, she seems to be a very forgiving individual. I think part of the reason Gaspard is so sad is because he almost resents his sister for having the courage to separate from him and live life on her own terms. The film did a great job of exploring sadness and joy at the same time. I felt that Gaspard's friends, each character was very unique, and each character showcased the different ways that people confront death and grieve when a loved one passes. I felt like the setting was perfect, like this abandoned school, because as soon as they enter the school, they all kind of regress. They all become incredibly childish. They become very immature. One of the reasons why the friendships we make when we're children are very special is because there's no ego involved. We kind of express what we want to express, we say what we want to say, and more importantly, we ask for help if we need it. The older we get, we kind of learn to suppress these emotions, right? You're not supposed to show what you're feeling. Don't ask for help because you might burden others. The longer Gaspard is with his friends, the more annoyed he almost becomes with them, because also unlocking all these different parts of himself that were dormant for so long. Specifically, this need to just express how he's feeling and just ask for help. Aesthetically, I felt the movie was very well shot. The soundtrack is amazing. It has this blend between the past and the present. It could take place today. It could have taken place 10 years ago. I felt like the look of the movie helped, because as soon as they enter this elementary school again, they just want to listen to what they used to listen to, act how they used to act. And so it really does take you back to your own childhood. I think in Gaspard's case, he had a certain expectation. He invited his friends because he wanted to feel a certain way and relive the joy that he had when he used to spend time with them. However, because he's no longer the same person, he's really unable to feel that love and joy that he thought he would. And although he sets off to do one thing, it ends up being totally different. And one of my favorite lines in the film is, "Nothing happens as planned, but when it does happen, we can't really imagine it happening any other way." I think the movie is quite brave in how it explores the depths of grief and how even in your darkest moments, there is a way out. So overall, I highly recommend this movie. It's really one of my favorites that I've seen so far. So you guys let me know what you think, and until next time.